An AI-generated call is falsely telling Democratic voters not to vote in tomorrow's primary. Here's part of that false AI-generated call.
What a bunch of malarkey. We know the value of voting Democratic when our votes count. It's important that you save your vote for the November election. Voting this Tuesday only enables the Republicans in their quest to elect Donald Trump again.
Story you have to see to believe. It involves what up until today was a major mystery in the Democratic presidential contest. Who created that bogus robocall with President Biden's voice that appeared out of thin air, telling people not to vote in the New Hampshire primary? The incident just enraged local election officials, and Biden allies quickly became the subject of a multi-state law enforcement investigation. But NBC's Alex Seitz-Wald is now revealing who's behind the curtain. As Alex reports, the call was the work of a Democratic consultant who was working for Biden's primary rival, Democratic Congressman Dean Phillips. Financial records show a Phillips campaign staffer paid this man, John Carpenter, a New Orleans magician with no fixed address. Carpenter walked NBC News through how he made the recording using readily available artificial intelligence software. He says he basically pulled it out of his hat in less than 20 minutes using software that cost him, get this, $1. The Phillips campaign condemned the staffer who allegedly paid for the call and said they may pursue legal action against him.
Paul Carpenter is the magician. Says he was paid to make that ad for the Dean Phillips campaign. Joins us now. Hello, Mr. Magician.
Well, hello, Chris, and thank you for having me on tonight. I've always enjoyed your content, so thank you for that. A little bit of fixing in the statement. I never knew that he was working for the presidential hopeful. Had no clue about that until Alex, the reporter, and I actually spoke, which is 2 days ago.
So who do you think you were making it for?
Also, I thought that Steve Kramer worked for Biden, and I had been told that for a 2-month period prior to him even stepping into the house that he was living in, that he mentioned and told to everybody that Biden had put into within the campaign of what he was doing. So I always thought it was for them to try out the system to see if it could work, because it's easier than sending somebody in to do a recording at a studio. So let's see if it works. And then 3 days later, I get a text message with shh. And my response is GTOOF, or H, I should say. And then there was a phone call and it was like, yo, what's going on? And he's like, bro, just delete all the emails. And he laughed about it. He laughed and said, don't worry about it. I spoofed the call, this, that, and the other. I don't think he understood that there are watermarks in this AI technology. And so when I came to the understanding 3 weeks later, after deleting emails and doing everything he told me to do, I see that 50, attorney generals are going after a company in Texas I've never heard of. And I know I'm the guy who made the recording. I did not write the ad copy. Literally, it would be sent to me as text. I'd pop it into 11 Labs, press enter, walk away, go watch a video, do whatever, download it, send it away. That was the gig.
You're lucky.
Here's some money.
You're lucky. You're lucky that you kept the Venmo transactions and other stuff that, shows how this went and happened. And obviously, as far as we understand, you don't have any history of being in the spoof business when it comes to politics. When you found out it was for Dean Phillips and that they're looking at this now as, trying to deceive voters, what do you say?
No, I jumped up. Chris, what else would you do? In the situation that I'm in, I'm a vagabond, crazy guy who rides around on a motorcycle with a dog that's a psychiatric service dog. I live in this world of magic and making artificial intelligence and creating NFTs. And I just won first place in Miami with an NFT project at a hackathon at Miami-Dade Community College, which was called Boatheads. I've written 2 books on the subject of what I believe is going to happen in the next small amount of time. So I know the information quite well. What is alarming to me is that he would do what he did, That's where so I immediately jumped. I had to go to Alex and say, Alex, we need to talk. And I spent 8 hours with Alex 2 days ago. And
Good
told
for
him
you
everything.
for coming out, for coming clean and letting people know it. Because that doesn't often happen in these situations. People clam up and they protect themselves. So I appreciate you doing it, Mr. Carpenter, and I wish you continued success. My guess is this is going to give you some energy with people. So
thank you.
We'll